Hey, what's up, men? Welcome back to the channel, the place where we talk about building confidence, understanding women, and mastering the art of attraction. Today, I'm going to arm you with a powerful arsenal of pickup lines that can help you break the ice with almost any woman, no matter the situation. But let me stop you right there. This isn't about those outdated, cringeworthy lines that make everyone roll their eyes. You know the ones I'm talking about, like, "Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?" Forget about that nonsense. That stuff might have been mildly amusing in the early 2000s, but in today's world, nah, it's just not going to cut it. There are thousands of pickup lines floating around out there, but most of them should never leave your lips. Instead, I'm here to give you 8 solid options, lines that will actually work. But before we dive in, if you have any questions about what I'm sharing today, drop them in the comments below, and I'll personally get back to you. Let's make this interactive because I've got your back, and I want to see you succeed. Oh, and one more thing. Remember that the purpose of a pickup line is simple: to open a conversation. That's it. You're not trying to impress your buddies, and you're definitely not trying to offend her. The goal is to break the ice and create an opportunity to connect. Now, before I share these lines, let me give you a tip that's absolutely critical. Confidence is king. If you're going to use any of these lines, you need to show that you believe in yourself. Approach her with purpose, head held high, shoulders back, and with the energy of a man who knows what he's doing. 1. Truth or dare. The first one is for the bold and adventurous among you. Picture this. You walk up to her and say, "Truth or dare." It's simple, but it works, if you're prepared. Here's the key. You need to have a solid truth and a dare ready to go. Don't stand there fumbling if she responds. For example, if she says dare, you could say, "I dare you to let me buy you a drink." And if she says truth, hit her with something intriguing, like, "If money didn't exist, what would you spend your life doing?" This line works because it's versatile. It can reveal whether she has an adventurous streak, and it also sets you apart from the countless guys who don't know how to start a real conversation. It's not just about the dare, it's about creating an engaging moment that sparks her interest. 2. Hey, Sophie. The next one I've got for you is a classic, but it requires a bit of finesse. You walk up to a woman you've never met and say, "Hey, Sophie." When she looks confused and says, "I'm not Sophie," you respond with, "Oh no, my bad. You just look exactly like my friend Sophie." Then boom, you introduce yourself. Now, this one is all about execution. If you deliver it with confidence and sincerity, it can be a great icebreaker. But if you come off as awkward or insincere, it might backfire. So if you're not feeling 100% confident in your ability to pull it off, maybe skip this one. But if you're up for the challenge, it can be a great way to start a conversation. 3. Is this seat taken? Let's move on to a line that's perfect for those of you in school or any situation where you're sitting near someone you want to approach. Here's what you do. If there's an empty seat next to her, ask, "Is this seat taken?" If she says no, sit down and introduce yourself. This one's great because it's simple and situational. You're not pulling a random line out of thin air. Instead, you're using your environment to your advantage. Once you're seated, avoid boring small talk like the weather or politics. Instead, talk about something relevant to where you are. If it's in a classroom, ask her about the professor or share a funny story about something that happened in class. The key here is proximity. Just being near her creates an opportunity to strike up a conversation. Remember, the goal is to connect, not to lock her down for life. So, stay relaxed and don't overthink it. 4. You look like a celebrity. All right, let's talk about a cheeky line that works when you're feeling flirty. Tell her she looks like a famous person, but make sure it's a compliment. Choose someone attractive or inspiring. Whatever you do, don't mess this one up like the guy who once told me I looked like that dead chick. When I asked who he meant, he said, "Brittany Murphy." I mean, come on, don't be that guy. If you're going to use this line, execute it with charm and good taste. 5. "Oh my God, I was going to get that tattoo." Another great icebreaker is to comment on a tattoo. For example, if she has a noticeable tattoo, you could say, "No way. I was going to get that exact same tattoo." Even if it's not true, it's a fun way to spark a conversation. Tattoos often have personal stories behind them, so this line gives you an easy opening to learn more about her. 6. Hi, how are you? Now, if you're not into the funny or cheesy approach, don't worry. There are other options. Sometimes the best thing you can do is be genuine. Walk up to her with confidence. Make strong eye contact and say, "Hi, how are you?" It's straightforward, but when done with the right energy, it works. Women appreciate sincerity, so don't underestimate the power of a genuine introduction. 7. I couldn't leave without introducing myself. For those of you who are ready to take a bolder approach, here's one that's more intense. You walk up to her and say, "I'm sorry, but I couldn't leave here tonight without introducing myself. Can I buy you a drink and get to know you?" This one is direct and confident, but timing is everything. If she's engrossed in a conversation with her friends, maybe hold off. But if she seems open or is scanning the room, go for it. The worst thing she can say is no, and that's not the end of the world. 8. I'd love to get to know you. By now you've got plenty of lines to choose from, but here's the secret. It's not about the words, it's about the way you deliver them. The final pickup line I want to share with you is one that works in almost any situation. It's simple, direct, and incredibly effective. "Hey, I noticed you, and I'd love to get to know you better. How about we grab a coffee or a drink sometime?" This line works because it's genuine. Women aren't puzzles to solve. They're people who want to feel seen and valued. Show her that you're genuinely interested in getting to know her, and you'll stand out from the crowd. Ask her questions about herself, and really listen to her answers. People love talking about themselves, and showing interest in her will make you more attractive in her eyes. So, to wrap this up, remember this: confidence is your best friend. Whether you're using a clever line or a simple hi, the key is to own your approach. Get out there, have some fun, and don't be afraid to take a chance. You've got this. If you found these tips helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Until next time, stay confident and keep leveling up. You're on the path to greatness.